Behind the Bait, a deep dive into modern phishing scams. My name is Nayeli Melchor. I will be the one doing this presentation. I am part of the Cyberjutsu Defense track. Introduction. This capstone project explores the evolving landscape of phishing attacks, one of the most common and dangerous forms of cybercrime. Through real-life examples, current statistics, and analysis of psychological tactics, this presentation reveals how attackers exploit human emotion to bypass technical defenses. The goal is to raise awareness, educate others, and emphasize the importance of cybersecurity vigilance in both personal and professional spaces. The next couple of slides are going to go through these different stages. The first one being what is phishing, defining phishing and its role in social engineering, common types of phishing attacks, email, SMS, voice, and targeted phishing explained. Real-world scam example, which is the FasTrak, a breakdown of the FasTrak phishing text in California, anatomy of a phishing message, common red flags and emotional triggers, why people fall for it, psychological tactics and user vulnerability, consequences of phishing, personal, financial, and organizational impacts, tools and prevention strategies, ways to detect and prevent phishing attempts, the power of awareness, training, education, and your role in cybersecurity, and lastly, conclusion and key takeaways, final thoughts, recap, and call to action. What is phishing? Phishing is a type of social engineering attack the cybercriminals use to trick individuals into revealing sensitive information such as usernames, passwords, credit card numbers, or other personal data. These attacks often come in the form of fraudulent emails, text messages, phone calls, or fake websites that appear to come from trustworthy sources like banks, government agencies, or well-known companies. According to Google Cybersecurity, phishing relies on deception and psychological manipulation. Attackers create urgency, fear, or curiosity to pressure individuals into acting quickly without thinking. Common phishing attempts may urge you to verify your account, warn you of suspicious login activity, pretend to offer a price, refund, or government benefit. The goal is to get you to either click a malicious link, open an infected attachment, or enter your credentials on a fake website. Common types of phishing attacks. Below is the 3 common types of phishing attacks. Starting off with email phishing, mass phishing. Email phishing is the most common form of phishing. Attackers send out bulk emails to thousands of people, hoping a few will take the bait. These emails appear to come from trusted entities like banks, popular apps, delivery services, or government agencies. Spear phishing. Spear phishing is a targeted attack aimed at a specific individual, company, or organization. It uses personalized information like your name, job title, or recent activity to appear trustworthy and relevant. Phishing is phishing over the phone. Attackers pose as trusted institutions such as banks, IRS, or tech support to verbally trick you into giving up personal information or granting remote access to your devices. On the next following slides, I will talk about the FasTrak phishing text message, which was a known scam in California. Phishing text message. Fraudulent text message claiming to be from FasTrak, a toll collection service requesting personal information. Deceptive intent. The goal is to trick the recipient into providing sensitive data like account numbers or login credentials. The credential theft is the ultimate aim, is to steal the victim's login credentials and use them for unauthorized access. This phishing text message is a deceptive attempt to steal sensitive information from FasTrak users. Users should be cautious of unsolicited messages requesting personal data and report any suspicious activity to the proper authorities. This image shows what the FasTrak express lane looks like, as well as the scam that many people received. The text message reads, "Please pay for FasTrak lane or services on December 29, 2024 in order to avoid excessive late fees and potential legal action on the bill. Please pay the fee in time. Thank you for your cooperation and wish you happy holidays." It then provides a link which the recipient, if they click on the link, it takes them to the scammer's bait. Anatomy of a phishing message. Phishing messages often use email addresses that appear to be from a legitimate organization, but upon closer inspection may have subtle differences, such as an extra character or a different domain name. Phishing messages may contain links or attachments that, when clicked or opened, can download malware or lead to a fake website designed to steal personal information. Provided is a picture of the anatomy of a phishing message. The number one step is the attacker sends an email to the victim. The victim clicks on the email and goes to the phishing website. The attacker then collects the victim's credentials, and the attacker uses victim's credentials to access the website. Phishing attacks. Understanding the attack chain and threat actors. Attack chain. Phishing attacks often involve multi-stage attack chain, including credential harvesting, malware installation, and lateral movement within a network. Credential harvesting, which is phishing emails may contain malicious links or attachments designed to steal user credentials, granting attackers access to sensitive systems and data. Malware installation. Phishing attacks can lead to the installation of malware, such as remote access tools, RATs, or keyloggers, allowing the attackers to maintain persistent access and control over compromised systems. Threat groups. Well-known threat groups, such as AP29, which is known as Cozy Bear, and AP28, which is known as Fancy Bear, have been observed extensively using phishing techniques to target a wide range of organizations. Phishing attacks can have severe consequences, making it crucial for organizations to implement robust security measures, employee training, and incident response plans to mitigate the risks. Phishing tactics of well-known threat groups. Phishing tactics. AP29 Cozy Bear and AP28 Fancy Bear deploying phishing emails to lure victims. And provided above is a picture that is a phishing email to lure victims. Targeted organizations. Wide range of organizations, including government, military, and private sector entities, have been targeted. Extensive observation. Cybersecurity researchers and analysts have extensively observed and documented the activities of these threat groups. Who is APT29 Cozy Bear and APT28 Fancy Bear? APT29 Cozy Bear and APT28 Fancy Bear are advanced persistent threat APT groups that have been attributed to the Russian intelligence services. These groups are known for conducting sophisticated cyber espionage campaigns targeting government entities, political organizations, and other high-profile organizations around the world. According to an article for PQ Security, over the years, Cozy Bear has demonstrated significant adaptability and evolution in its capabilities. Back in its early days, the group became infamous for its phishing campaigns, which paved the way for its targets' sensitive assets. Their targets range from diplomatic entities to government institutions and critical infrastructure. In 2020, Cozy Bear expanded its operation to incorporate espionage and supply chain attacks, reflecting a shift from targeted attacks to widespread multi-vector campaigns. The group has increasingly employed advanced tactics, including leveraging zero-day vulnerabilities and using sophisticated malware to evade detection. This shows their continuous investment in offensive capabilities and a broader, more strategic approach to cyber operations. Phishing scams people have fallen for. The pie chart shows the most common types of phishing scams that people have fallen for, with email phishing being the most prevalent. On the right-hand side, there is a chart that demonstrates the percentage of each phishing. Smishing, phishing at 18%, vishing 14%, farming at 10%, spear phishing 8%, other phishing scams 18%, and email phishing being the largest at 32%. This data was conducted from the 2021 Verizon Data Breach Investigations Report. The growth of phishing attacks. This data is from the Anti-Phishing Working Group, APWG. The data shows a significant increase in the number of phishing attacks over the past 5 years, highlighting the growth threat of this type of cybercrime. Polymorphic phishing. AI enables cybercriminals to create more personalized, more targeted, and more evasive phishing campaigns at scale. According to a report by Know Before Defend, polymorphic phishing campaigns consist of a series of almost identical emails which only differ by a small detail. These slightly altered attacks can be difficult to detect by systems that look out for known bad, block listing of known fraudulent addresses and payloads, such as Microsoft's native security and secure email gateways, SEGs. Similarly, they can also be hard to remediate from inboxes across an organization using traditional email security technologies. Polymorphic phishing attacks are highly adaptive and deceptive, often changing their structure, language, and malicious payloads to evade traditional security filters. These attacks mimic trusted sources and evolve constantly, making detection be difficult. To defend against them, individuals and organizations must adapt a layered approach combining security awareness training, multi-factor authentication, AI-driven email filtering, and timely reporting of suspicious activity. Understanding that these threats mutate frequently is key to staying ahead of the attacker's tactics. Provided on the right-hand side is a picture of polymorphic phishing, the shapeshifter threat that's a few steps ahead. So it first starts with sending old school phishing, an email, the brand jacking, and the constant shifts. Why do people fall for it? People don't fall for phishing scams because they're careless. They fall for them because these scams are designed to target our emotions. Phishers know how to make something feel urgent, scary, or important. Maybe the message says your bank account's been locked, that you missed a toll payment, or that someone tried to log into your email. In that moment you panic, and that's exactly what they want. When we're stressed, distracted, or just trying to get through the day, it's easy to miss red flags. Scammers also use trust, pretending to be someone you know or a company you recognize. Psychological tactics and user vulnerability. Confirmation bias. People tend to seek out and interpret information that confirms their existing beliefs, ignoring contradictory evidence. Social proof. Seeing others engage with or endorse a product or idea can influence individuals to follow suit even if it's unwise. Scarcity tactics. Creating a false sense of urgency or limited availability can pressure people into making hasty decisions. Emotional appeals. Exploiting emotions like fear, desire, or social belonging can cloud rational decision making. Understanding these psychological tactics can help people recognize and resist manipulation, making them less vulnerable to deception. How phishing scams trick you emotionally and mentally. Phishing scams are designed to manipulate your emotions and exploit your mental vulnerabilities. They often create a sense of urgency, fear, or curiosity to compel you to take immediate action, such as clicking on a malicious link or providing sensitive information. Cybercriminals leverage psychological tactics like authority, social proof, and scarcity to make their schemes appear legitimate and urgent. Provided is the email verification of an email that was sent to a user. As you can see, the ITNS will never email you to verify your account. Urgent and threatening emails are often phishing. If it asks you to activate your account, that is often a phishing attack. Note the poor punctuation and grammar, especially with edu email. And the link goes to a Microsoft Forms URL commonly used by scammers. So if you see a link like this that's provided that does not make any sense and it asks you to tap to follow the link, that is a phishing attempt. Provided below are the 3 consequences of phishing. The first one being identity theft. Phishing can lead to the theft of personal information such as login credentials, credit card numbers, and social security numbers, enabling identity thieves to impersonate victims. Financial losses. Phishing scams can result in direct financial losses through unauthorized transactions, fraudulent purchases, and other illicit activities that drain victims' accounts and credit. Reputational damage. For organizations, phishing attacks can compromise sensitive data, disrupt operations, and erode customer trust, leading to reputational harm that impacts the business. Phishing poses significant personal, financial, and organizational consequences, underscoring the importance of security awareness and proactive measures to mitigate these risks. Provided are 3 examples on how to detect phishing. The first one being a fake email phishing. A phishing email that appears to be from a legitimate organization, such as a bank or online service, requesting personal information or login credentials. Provided is an image where it's asking you on the email to click on the link below. If it asks you to click on the link below, that is an automatic phishing attempt. The second one being malicious website phishing. A web page designed to mimic a real website, often with a URL that is similar to the legitimate sites, in an attempt to trick users into entering sensitive information. It provides a picture of Facebook, one of them being phishing and one of them being real. You can note the difference based on the format and the wording as well as the link. How to detect phishing. Provided below are 3 examples on how to detect phishing. The first one being fake email phishing. A phishing email that appears to be from a legitimate organization, such as a bank or online service, requesting personal information or login credentials. Provided is an image asking the recipient on their email to click on the link below. The second one being malicious website phishing. A web page designed to mimic a real website, often with a URL that is similar to the legitimate site, in an attempt to trick users into entering sensitive information. It does provide an image of Facebook, one being real and one being phishing. As you can see, you can note the difference based on the format, the wording, as well as the website link. The third one being phishing text message. A text message that seems to be from a trusted source, such as a company or government agency, prompting the recipient to click on the link or provide personal information. It does provide the message that was sent to the recipient to click on the link, which is an automatic phishing attempt. With all the layoffs happening frequently in a lot of tech companies, as well as a lot of employments being terminated for a lot of people right now are looking for employment, and many are receiving text messages and emails from not trusted sources, giving them details of a job that is a phishing attempt. Provided below are 3 examples of phishing scam employment examples. The first one being a text message for a job. This text message I received, which I know is a phishing attempt, simply because it's asking me to message the person, as well as giving me details that are not current or accurate. The second one being a message received from the LinkedIn message, which is also a phishing attempt. And the third one being a Glassdoor message. Mind you, Glassdoor does not send direct text messages to anybody, so we automatically know that this is a scam. Tools and prevention strategies. Understanding phishing threats. As you all know, phishing is a type of cyber attack that attackers use deceptive emails, websites, or messages to trick users into revealing sensitive information or performing harmful actions. It's important to understand the different types of phishing attacks, such as email phishing, smishing, and vishing. Technical preventive measures. Implement robust email filtering and spam detection systems to identify and block phishing emails. Use web content filtering and URL blocking to prevent users from accessing malicious websites. Deploy secure web browsers and extensions that can detect and warn users about potential phishing threats. User awareness and training. Provide regular security awareness training to educate employees on how to identify and avoid phishing attempts. Train users to be cautious of unsolicited requests for sensitive information. Verify the legitimacy of emails and websites and report any suspicious activities to the IT team. Multi-factor authentication, MFA. Implement strong identification measures such as multi-factor authentication to protect user accounts and prevent unauthorized access. This can help mitigate the risk of successful phishing attacks that attempt to steal user credentials. Incident response and monitoring. Establish a comprehensive incident response plan to quickly detect, investigate, and mitigate the impact of successful phishing attacks. Monitor user activities, network traffic, and security logs to identify and respond to potential phishing incidents in a timely manner. Backup and recovery. Regularly back up critical data and systems to ensure business continuity in the event of a successful phishing attack that results in the data loss or system compromise. Implement robust backup and recovery procedures to minimize the impact of such incidents. These are the 4 tips for staying safe. The first one being anti-phishing software. Tools like ZeroFox and Cloudflare that detect and block phishing attempts. Email security platforms. Solutions such as Mimecast and ValleyMail that protect against phishing emails. Browser extensions. Extensions that warn users of potential phishing websites and block suspicious links. Security awareness training. Programs that educate employees on how to identify and report phishing attempts. By leveraging a combination of specialized tools and user education, organizations can effectively detect and mitigate the threat of phishing attacks. The power of awareness. Training, education, and your role in cybersecurity. The power of awareness. Understanding the importance of employee cybersecurity awareness is preventing phishing attacks. Training and education. Provide comprehensive training on identifying and responding to phishing attempts. Your role in cybersecurity. Empower employees to be active participants in the organization's cybersecurity efforts. Leveraging awareness, training, and employee engagement is crucial in building a strong defense against phishing attacks and enhancing the overall cybersecurity posture of your organization. Conclusion and key takeaways. Phishing continues to be one of the most persistent and dangerous threats in cybersecurity, not because of complex code, but because it manipulates human emotions. These attacks use urgency, fear, and trust to deceive individuals into taking actions they normally wouldn't. As we've seen with real-life scams like FasTrak, smishing messages, even ordinary, everyday people can be targeted and tricked. The key to staying safe lies in awareness. By learning to recognize red flags, such as suspicious links, spoofed email addresses, and pressure tactics, we empower ourselves to take control of our digital safety. Security awareness is one of the most powerful tools we have, not only to protect ourselves, but to educate others. So as we leave today, remember, pause before you click, question before you trust, and never underestimate the power of staying informed. Cybersecurity is not just about technology, it starts with you. Learning how to recognize and stop phishing attacks is something every cybersecurity professional needs to know. This project ties down with everything I've learned in the Google Cybersecurity and ISC 2 Squared CC courses, especially around social engineering, threat awareness, and user education. Provided are the references that I use for this project. Source number one being content adapted from the Cybersecurity Professional Certificate from Coursera. Source number two, content sourced from the ISC Squared Certified in Cybersecurity CC training. Source number three is the FasTrak ABC News, which happened in the Bay Area. Unfortunately, a man lost over 3,300 in that FasTrak texting scam. And source number four being Anti-Phishing Working Group, Phishing Activity Trends from 2024. Source number five being the Verizon 2021 Data Breach Investigations Report. And lastly, source number six is content adapted from IP29 Explain, Cozyverse Evolution.